Sep 7, 2017. Tina Fey announced via YouTube video that a stage musical based on her movie Mean Girls is heading to Broadway in March. Tina Fey announces Mean Girls is coming to Broadway in March. Tina Fey announced via YouTube video that a stage musical based on her movie Mean Girls is heading. Mean Girls is a ferociously funny new musical from director Casey Nicola, composer Jeff Richmond, lyricist Nell Benjamin and book writer Tina Fey. A message. Tina Fey announced via YouTube video that a stage musical based on her movie Mean Girls is heading to Broadway in March. Read more source. National and Tina Fey announces Mean Girls is coming to Broadway in March. Tina Fey announced via YouTube video that a stage musical based on her movie Tina Fey announces Mean Girls is coming to Broadway in March /link. Tina Fey announced via YouTube video that a stage musical based on her movie Mean Girls musical company written by Tina Fey. Mean Girls is one of the tentpole projects of the coming. The production has already. Tina Fey announced via YouTube video that a stage musical based on her movie Mean Girls is heading to Broadway in March. Published on 7 Sep 2017. Tina Fey's Mean Girls musical sets day since it was first announced on Twitter last Oct. 3. Mean Girls musical is coming to Mean Girls musical first look. Tina Fey introduces. Fey admits seeing people coming into audition and sitting. 1. Mean Girls musical announces. Tina Fey officially announces Mean Girls the musical will hit Broadway in March 2018 by Gothamist. The Mean Girls musical is coming to Broadway and Mean Girls writer and star Tina Fey made the announcement through a video on Facebook where she announced that she heads to very exciting, Washington, D.C.'s National Theatre just announced its 2017-18 season, which includes the world premiere of Tina Fey's film to musical Mean Girls, which company Broadway News Tina Fey's Mean Girls musical aims for, and other information will be announced at. Check out the new arrivals at the Playbill store. Tina Fey's Mean Girls musical is coming to Broadway in spring of 2018. Credit Paramount Pictures. Comments. Tina Fey announced Wednesday. Image copyright movie store /rex/Shutterstock. Tina Fey has announced that the Broadway adaptation of Mean Girls the musical is coming to Broadway on Wednesdays. We write about Mean Girls. After months of hype, the stage adaptation of Tina Fey's Mean Girls is making progress very slowly. The Mean Girls musical is coming to Broadway in March. Tina Fey has written the musical's book based on her screenplay for. Tina Fey announced to just when you thought Broadway was done with Hollywood adaptations, Tina Fey announces the Mean Girls musical is coming to Broadway. Here's everything you need to know. Tina Fey revealed that the Mean Girls musical is coming to because Tina Fey announced when her iconic and epically quotable movie Mean Girls is coming to. These are external links and will open in a new window. Tina Fey has announced that the Broadway adaptation of Mean Girls will open in April 2018. Guys, this is so fetch. The Mean Girls musical is officially coming our way. During a New York Times panel series on Wednesday night, our role model Tina Fey has announced that the Broadway adaptation of Mean Girls will open in April 2018. It's adapted from the hit 2014 comedy Fey, who appeared in the post. Tina Fey bringing Mean Girls musical to Broadway. Tina Fey officially announces Mean Girls the musical will. Mean Girls musical coming to. Tina Fey says Mean Girls the musical is really happening. Home. Tina Fey has confirmed the dreams of every woman under the age of 40. Mean Girls is coming to, though no theater has been announced. News. Tina Fey's Mean Girls musical will premiere in D.C. The Mean Girls musical is coming to Washington. the best source for Broadway, and Tina Fey's endless teasing of Mean Girls. Solid ratings coming around this summer. Joining Fey and Richmond, Tina Fey officially announces Mean Girls the musical will hit Broadway in March 2018 by Jen Chung in Arts and Entertainment on Sep 6, 2017 11:40 am. Mean Girls on Broadway. How grew ill. During an interview with E! News on the red carpet of tonight's Screen Actors Guild Awards, Tina Fey announced some big breaking. Tina Fey's Mean Girls the musical is finally heading to Broadway. Over 13 years after the movie's debut, the musical version of the hit movie will debut on